Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I welcome you. I am Virginie, an interior designer, and I deal with the houses that represent 100% who has to live them, from consulting to the entire renovation process. I also help foreigners who want to buy and renovate in Italy to support them all the process long, otherwise difficult to follow from a distance. In this channel I will talk about home and renovation, trying to give you helpful tips so that you can have your dream house, a house that represents you in depth and where you will always feel at your ease. Color is a very powerful element with a deep psychological meaning that allows expressing one's personality. I talk about psychological meanings of colors here, and you'll find a link in the description box below. Proper use of color in the home will allow you to experience every room to the fullest because you will always feel represented. So today we're going to look at how to match colors to create a palette that makes home environments unique. But before we get started, if you love everything related to the home and renovation topic, remember to subscribe to my channel for more information on this subject. And don't forget to click the like button, because it's the best way to support this channel and my content, and I truly appreciate it. Well, let's get into the details of today's topic, which is how to best match colors. To do so, let's start with color theory, which divides all color into three categories. Primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, are colors that cannot be produced by mixing other colors. Secondary colors, orange, green, and purple. They are obtained by mixing two primary colors. Green, for example, is obtained by mixing yellow and blue. Tertiary colors, the 6 colors obtained by mixing a primary color with an adjacent second color. These three categories of color put together form what it is called the color wheel, and it's the one we will use to figure out how to best match colors. Before we look at the various possible combinations, I would also like to give a very brief explanation of some of the terms that are used when talking about color. Saturation indicates the intensity and strength of the color. We could say that it indicates a color in its purest form. The more saturated a color is, the more vivid and bright it will be. The less saturated it is, the more muted, softened, tending to gray. Hue is the pure color. Tint is a color to which white has been added, which has therefore been lightened. Tone, it's a color to which gray has been added, and shade, it's a color to which black has been added. In the color wheel, we find for each color its hue, tone, and shade. Finally, colors are still divided into warm colors and cool colors. Warm colors range from yellow to violet red and are so defined because they are associated with the heat of the fire and the sun. Cool colors range from purple to green-yellow, which are so defined because they are associated with the sea, sky, and glaciers. Having made this necessary introduction, let's now see the various possible combinations. With monochromatic matching, you choose a single color, but of this color you use the various tints, tones, and shades. It's a scheme that definitely emphasizes that color a lot. To avoid the risk of falling into monotony, I recommend playing with different patterns, fabrics, and surfaces to add movement. Also remember to add natural fabrics or metal to give more three-dimensionality. By analogy, once you have chosen a color, you will match it with those immediately to its right and left on the color wheel. These colors are also called adjacent colors. Having the same undertone, it will give a sense of harmony to the color scheme. There is also the extended analogy, that is combining the first two colors on the right and on the left of the chosen color. This combination will make the color scheme a bit more dynamic than the pure analog. In this type of combination, you choose the color that are at the opposite pole of the color chosen in the color wheel. It is a decidedly dynamic, high-contrast combination, so it's a good idea to use it in small doses or at least calm it down with neutral colors. It is the combination of a color with the two colors on the right and on the left of the direct complementary. Also in this case, calming down the contrast with neutral is a good rule. As for matching by analogy or split complementaries, you use three colors, which are obtained by drawing an equilateral triangle in the color wheel. The primary colors and the secondary colors form between them a triadic. That is a dynamic and often unusual pairing. There is a small rule that might be useful in matching colors of these various combinations to the best effect, namely the 60, 30 and 10 rule. It means choosing one color as the dominant color and use it in the 60% in the room, perhaps on wall and in larger items. Another color will be the secondary color and use it at 30%, perhaps in curtains and less large items such as an ottoman. Finally, one color will be the accent color and use it at 10%, perhaps in pillows and objects. The tetradic is a four-color match that you obtain by drawing a rectangle or square in the color wheel. It is not an easy match. It might give pleasing results, but the risk of a loud and unpleasant result is just around the corner. Before concluding, let me point out a few suggestions. It doesn't have to be all colorful. If you are a person who likes neutrals but you are drawn to these color schemes, you can include them in small elements, in decorations such as pictures and pillows, in textiles and other objects. With shrewdness and moderation, you can combine several palettes. For example, in a predominantly monochromatic rooms, you can give vibrancy with objects and decorations that have another type of palette, perhaps complementary. If you have different colors in the various rooms, tie them together with an accent color. It will act as a common thread, making the various rooms more harmonious and balanced. For any doubts, don't hesitate to write me down in the comments. I will be happy to answer you. I hope the video was helpful and you'll love it. In case, let me know with a thumbs up and again in the comments. Please feel free to share this video with someone you think might be interested in the topic. I will be honored and it will help me to grow my channel. If you feel that your home or some environment of it does not reflect you enough, don't wait any longer and book your consultancy. Just contact me. You find my contacts in the description box below. If you already haven't done it yet, remember to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you will not miss the upcoming video. Thanks for watching. See you soon.